So today is June 5th, 2014. Now Sayadaw would like to talk about the meditation guideline according to the Buddha's teaching, based on the Maha Sayadaw's instruction, and based on the question and answer between Venerable Maha Kotthika and Venerable Sariputta during the Buddha lifetime. So this Sutta, Maha Sutta, will be expounded by Sayadaw today, so that you can understand, so that we can understand the basic guidelines of the Vipassana, and then the benefits we can gain from the practice. So there are 5 things very difficult to get. One of them is Saddhamma Savanam Donlava. So we call 5 kinds of Donlava rarely available things. So the first thing is, one of them is Saddhamma Savanam Donlava. It's rare to get a chance for the Dhamma practice or to listen the Dhamma. So there are times, exactly mentioned 5 occasions. It's not right time for us to practice, or we cannot avail the chance to practice. First of all, when we get old, too old, and we weak, and not strong enough to practice or to listen the Dhamma, so that's no right occasion for us to develop Dhamma. And then when we get sick, in the second time, second occasion, we will lose the chance for practice. And then that time and that occasion is the famine. So when the weather is very dry and no rain and drought, and no crops is and grow well because of the drought, and then people suffer the shortage of food, and then we cannot practice Dhamma. And number 4 is the kind of the unrest situation, like wartime. The people are killing each other, and in such a disastrous occasion, also we cannot practice Dhamma. And the 5th or last is the Sangha disunity. Those Sangha monks, they are the ones who bring us Dhamma, who are supposed to teach us Dhamma. But when sometimes there are some occasions, the Sangha, there's in unity among the Sanghas, sometimes not go smooth, and they don't speak each other. The monks, they quarrel with each other, and then there is no unity, and then for us cannot get a chance to listen Dhamma or to practice Dhamma with the monks. So during the monks' quarreling, the lay devotees are very upset about the monks, and they cannot develop the faith in the Dhamma and the Sangha. Such a horrible time also, we cannot practice Dhamma. So good occasions is of 5 kinds mentioned by the Buddha. So one of them is the time when we were young, when we are young, especially according to the Pali, when our hairs are still black, not gray yet. So Pali said, "Susu kala keso." Susu kala keso means wear black hair. So that means we don't have a gray hair yet, so still young. But nowadays, some people, their hair may turn gray, although they are young. So actually, it's doesn't matter whether our hair is gray or not. But according to the Pali, here young means we have good color hair. So when we were young, we are very strong, and resistance is very powerful. We can resist any kinds of the suffering, or pain, or any kinds of unpleasant sensation. So when we get old, our resistance power is become weak. But what matters most is how strong, how healthy we are. In this regard, the Buddha mentioned if we are at the age or the middle age, if we are regarded to be strong and healthy, if we have strong stomach digestive system, if we can eat a suitable amount of food, and the food we eat digest easily and turn into the nutriment, then we are considered to be healthy and strong. So that there are certain kinds of food, some are very heavy to digest, too heavy to digest, some are very spicy and hard, and it can cause stomach problem. So we have to avoid those kind of food. We have to eat the healthy and digestible food. And if we can digest such a healthy food, we are considered to be healthy and strong enough for practice, intensive practice. The second occasion, good for meditation practice, the intensive practice, especially for monks and nuns. They need to have the general supporter who can take care of their needs. And only when monks are well supported with the four requisites, they can practice meditation comfortably. So in the same way, for lay people, so meditation center like this, yogis, meditators are well supplied, well provided with whatever meditator needs. So this is a good time or good occasion for intensive practice. So Sayadaw said his country in Burma, that every morning monks go out for alms. They go for alms round, and then people offer food. And then depending on the food donated by the people, the monks can get a chance to study and to practice meditation. And then there are also meditation centers. Many yogis are practicing there. So there are many generous devotees, mostly they sponsor lunch or breakfast, something like this. So the people who practice meditation there is quite convenient. And here at TMC also the same good situation available. So many generous devotees, they support to TMC, and because of their support, TMC can work well for dhamma. And at the same time, meditators, all of us can get great chance for practice meditation and comfortably. So we should all appreciate this kind of opportunity, this kind of the great occasion for intensive practice. So going for alms round is a very noble tradition or noble lineage described by the Buddha. Many previous Buddhas, they follow the same path. They always go for alms round, and this is a great lineage. It's not like a beggar. It's not like begging for something. It is just for practice meditation, or to devote time and energy or life to the meditation practice, and at the same time to help the devotees to develop or to accumulate merits. The going for alms round is very beneficial. So for these purposes, to help devotees to accumulate merit, and for the monks themselves to devote their life to the dhamma. So the going for alms round is a very noble lineage and a great tradition. It's not like it should not be looked down as a begging. It's not begging. So this is how the Buddha described the alms round to his own father, King Suddhodana. In the U.S., it's a very rare chance to see a monk. In the morning, in Burma, we can see monks going for alms around. But here in the U.S., no, in the morning we cannot see any monk around. And so it reminds Sayadaw of the Buddha's words, Papajita Bhavo Dunlabo. The monkhood is a rare opportunity for everybody. Because the monks are the one who learn Buddha's teaching and practice according to the teaching, and they propagate Buddha's teaching, and they share their knowledge with the lay people. So supporting the monks is a good opportunity for lay people, and they can get chance to learn Dhamma with the monks. So now we have a good chance to see monks here, so we should appreciate that. And another occasion very good for intensive practice is unity. When the people are united and working together hand in hand in harmony, and then people love each other and help each other, and they unitedly working together, like as if it's milk and water get together and cannot be separated. So in the same way, people get together and are not separated, working together and discussing together, working things unanimously, not finding fault with each other, and looking at each other with the loving eyes. Pali says, Piya Chakuhi, means with the looking at each other with the loving eyes, or the eyes of the loving kindness. And we see each other with the love and work together unanimously. And that is the blissful occasion for all of us to practice meditation. The fifth occasion, opportunity for practice intensive meditation, is unity of the monks. So monks are the ones who teach us Dhamma. So when they are united, they are working together hand in hand, and they don't dispute each other, they don't disagree with each other. They are not using harsh words to one another. In that occasion, they are teaching Dhamma very well. So they practice very well. And people, lay devotees who see the monks, they are happy, and faithful devotee become more faithful. And dedicated devotee become more dedicated to dhamma. So that such a united occasion is one of the greatest occasion for us to practice meditation. This is what the Buddha described as the fifth occasion for the Dhamma practice. So we are very fortunate. We have a great chance for practice meditation. This is the time we have all kinds of the qualities of occasion. So during the Buddha time, there are fully enlightened monks and highly respected monks. They discussed each other. They discussed Dhamma. And then their discussion is recorded or documented under the name of the sutra. Some of the sutra we refer to some of the sutra to give basic guideline for Vipassana meditator. So among them, Yadanaja Sutta and Silavanta Suttas are quite well known. Based on these sutra discourses, Maha Sayadaw laid down the Vipassana guideline for all of us to work on. So Sayadaw will teach the basic guideline of Vipassana from this day onward. There are preliminary works or prerequisite works for us to do before we practice intensive meditation. First of all, we are recommended to entrust ourselves to the Buddha. Or now the Buddhas are no longer exist, so on behalf of the Buddha, we entrust ourselves to our meditation teacher. Here, entrust means we request a meditation teacher, Buddha or meditation teacher, to correct our mistakes or to guide us or to direct us to the correct direction. So that's what we call entrust ourselves to the Buddha or to the meditation teacher. So we should ask meditation teacher, please correct us if we have something wrong, something like this. Secondly, we should ask the forgiveness from our parents, mother and father, in case we may do something wrong to our parents. And also we should request forgiveness from the Sangha, monks and noble people, in case we may do something wrong to the noble people. So when our parents are no longer alive or pass away, and we are suggested to go to the charnel ground or the graveyard where they were buried, and we should request the forgiveness from them. And if not available or no more graveyard available or something like this, and then we can make requests in front of the meditation teacher or the Buddha statue, something like this, and we request forgiveness from our parents and monks or noble people, in case we may do something wrong to them. So as an example, King Ajata Sadhu is a good example. So as you know, he assassinated his own father. So when his father passed away, he felt guilty. This guilty conscience make him suffer a lot. So finally he, in front of the Buddha, he requested forgiveness. So from then on, the king Ajata Sadhu, he felt solace and comfortable. So this is a good example for all of us. In case we make something wrong to our parents or teacher or monks, and we should request forgiveness in advance of the intensive practice. The prerequisite is to keep precepts, to observe precepts. So we have to purify our sila. The more purifying the sila, the happier we become. So some yogis, they keep 5 precepts. They enjoy dinner and practice comfortably. And here at TMC, and also the ancient noble people, they keep 8 precepts. They avoid dinner, and so they practice. They devote their full time to the practice. So 8 precepts include refraining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, and then telling lie, intoxicating drinks and drug, and eating after 12, and enjoying or playing the musics, or dancing, or using or applying cosmetic makeup, perfume, and using luxurious bed and seat. These are 8 precepts as a meditator should observe. So when we observe these 8 precepts, in the end we make aspiration, or we make wish. May this sila morality lead us to attainment of Megaphala enlightenment. Idame sila Megaphala jnana sa pacayo hotu. So may this sila lead us to Megaphala enlightenment, or contribute to conducive to Megaphala enlightenment. And one thing very important is, so when we recollect our virtue, our moral conducts, we feel very gratified with ourselves. So that kind of gratification is directly conducive to the intensive practice. So that's why before we practice intensive meditation, we are recommended to purify our sila. Sila is very conducive to intensive meditation. One day, Venerable Kotthika, he asked a question to Venerable Sariputta, who is the wisest next to the Buddha. So his question is Silavanta Uso Sariputta in Pali, Bhikkhuna Gatami Dhamma Yoni So Manasikatava. So his question is, having fulfilled virtue, morality, what kind of practice does one need to do? What practice need to do? Or what kind of contemplation have to develop? So this is the question raised by Venerable Kotthika to Venerable Sariputta, who is highly honored as the foremost among the monks regarding the wisdom. So the question is how Vipassana insight take place, what kind of objects to observe to develop Vipassana insights. This is the question raised by Venerable Kotthika to Venerable Sariputta. So Mahasi Sayadaw translated it as a basic guideline for or Vipassana meditator, what to observe for development of Vipassana insight. So first of all, we have to fulfill sila, morality. So having fulfilled sila, the Venerable Sariputta said to Kotthika, having fulfilled sila, one should observe, one should contemplate 5 aggregates which are subject to attachment, subject to desire. Whoever we are, lay or monastic or male or female, sila, morality is necessary to observe. First, we have to fulfill sila training, and then we have to observe the 5 aggregates. 5 aggregates that subject to attachment and illusion. So 5 aggregates includes rupa khanda, vedana khanda, sanya khanda, sankhara khanda, vijnana khanda. So aggregate of body, aggregate of physical phenomena, aggregate of sensation. Aggregate of physical phenomena is called kaya nupassana. So we observe our body, going, standing, so on. And aggregate of feeling, vedana nupassana. So we have 3 kinds of vedana: pleasure, displeasure, or pain or pleasure, or a neutral feeling. And we have to observe the physical these feelings, happy, unhappy, or neutral. And then citta nupassana. Citta nupassana is observation of vijnana khanda, aggregate of consciousness. So we observe our thoughts, our several kinds of thoughts. And here thought or mind or vijnana is the mental state that always lean to the objects, sense objects, always go to the sense object. That's what we call the mind or vijnana in Pali. Basically thoughts. So we have to know thoughts. So the citta nupassana means the awareness or the observation of vijnana khanda, the aggregates of mind. And then the last is dhamma nupassana. It includes the observation or contemplation of 2 aggregates, tenya khanda and sankhara khanda. Tenya khanda is perception or remembering or recollection or recalling or memory are called sanya khanda, and sankhara khanda is several kinds of mental factors and mental states. So the contemplation of these 2 aggregates are regarded as dhamma nupassana, observation or contemplation of the dhamma. So this is the answer to the Venerable Kotthika questions given by the Venerable Sariputta. So here Mahasi Sayadaw composed of the poem in Burmese. So the answer given by the Venerable Sariputta is we can develop the Vipassana insight by observing 5 aggregates which are subject to attachment and illusion, tanha and deity. So now we understand what to observe to develop Vipassana insight. So 5 aggregates are objects for us to observe. And what kind of benefits can we gain from observation of 5 aggregates? Shall we continue in this regard tomorrow? That's all for today.